Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. In the last class, we all have discussed about the integer. What is integer? We have learned, and I have told some definition of integers, and we have learned the representation of integer in the number line. And in this video, we will learn the properties of integer. That is, how many types of properties are there of integers according to or based upon the addition and multiplication tool. That is, how many types of properties are there based on the addition rule and how many types of properties are there based on multiplication rule. That we will learn in brief in this video. If we have not seen the first video, I will give the link in the description list. You can go through that and you can watch the video. Properties of integer. Properties of integer. First upon under addition. Properties of integer under addition. First upon, in the first property, we'll learn under addition, that is closure property. Closure property. So first, in the closure property, we'll take the example. If we'll add two numbers, one is suppose 2 and the another one is 5. What will get the result? In the result we will get 7, and here you can see 2 is an integer, 5 is an integer, and 7 is also an integer. And in the second example, if we will take 5 plus 3, what is 5 plus 3? That is 8. In this number also 5 is an integer, 3 is an integer, 8 is an integer. And this is only the closure property, that is, if we will add or subtract, here I took the add. If the subtract, I will subtract 5 minus 2. If I will subtract 2 from 5, I will get 3. Then if I will subtract 5 from 8, I will get 3. So here, this is integer, this is an integer, this is also an integer. This is integer, this is integer, this is also an integer. So from here we got, in closure law, if any two number we will subtract or any two integer we will add or we will subtract, we will get integer only. How can we say in the formula, in the properties, if A and B are two integers by the sum or subtraction of A and B, we will get integer only. That means if we will add or subtract any integers, we will get integers only. That is the closure property. Under whole number also we can say as like this, 2 is a whole number, 5 is also a whole number, so 7 is also a whole number. So we can say if we will do any whole number, we will get whole number only. Here in integer we can say if we will add or we will subtract any two integers, we will get an integers only, and that is the closure property under addition. Then next we will do the next property, that is commutative property. Commutative property. So let's take the example at first. If I will add 2 plus 5, what I will get? 7. Yes. If I will add 5 plus 2, I will get 7. And look at this, here I added 2 with 5, the result is 7. Here I added 5 with 2, the result is 7. That means in both the cases the result is same. And from these two I can write or I can say 2 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 2. Yes, 2 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 2. So I can say if the first one I will take as A and second one I will take as B. I can write if A and B are any integers and it is to understand that the commutative property is for two numbers or more than two numbers. Okay, so if A and B are any integers, then A plus B is equal to B plus A. This is the commutative property under addition. The next one. The next property is the associative property, property number 3, that is associative property. For example, for any three number, suppose we'll take any three number 5 plus 7 plus 3. If one trick I will apply here, what is that? If I will add the second or third number, here 5 is the first number, 7 is the second number, 3 is the third number. What I did, at first I added the second and third number, then in this result I will add the first number. Let's do it. 5 plus second plus third, that is 7 plus 3, 10. The result is 15. With the same number, I will apply the different trick to add. 5 plus 7 plus 3. Here what I will do, I will add the first and second one, then after in this result I will add the third one. Let's see what is the result. 5 plus 7, what? That is 12, then plus 3 means to 15. Look at here, in the both cases the result is same, that is 15 and 15. So that we can write here 5 plus 7 plus 3 is equal to 5 plus 7 plus 3. Yes, and also we can write 5 plus 7 plus 3 is equal to 5 plus 7 plus 3. Yes, is it right? And hence we can say in associative property that for any three numbers or three integers A, B and C, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Yes, this property is known as associative property under addition. Okay, then next come to the next property, the properties under multiplication. Here that all property you are seeing, that is all the properties under addition. Then we will see properties under multiplication. The same property, only the difference is there we are adding and here we will multiply. So let's start the first property, that is closure property. Okay, let's start from example. If I will multiply any two number, that is 3 into 7, that is the first number is 3, second number is 7. Here 3 is an integer, 7 is also an integer. If I will multiply this, what I will get? 7 into 3, 21. And here we can see 3 is an integer, 7 is also an integer, 21 is also integer. So from that, from here what we got? If we will multiply any two integer, we will get that integer only, the another integer only. And here also we can say under the whole number, by taking the whole number, if we will multiply any two whole number, we will get the whole number only, that is the closure property. Okay, so here we can write if for any number or integer a and b. If a and b are integer, then a multiplied b must be an integer. Must be an integer. If we will take for whole number also, we can say if for any two whole number a and b, if a and b are any whole numbers, then a into b also a whole number. This is the closure property under multiplication. And the closure property and the second property under multiplication, that is the commutative property. What is the commutative property? A is like the same as the addition under addition in the commutative property also. Just the difference is in the addition we were adding, in the multiplication we will multiply. That's only the difference. If, for example, if 3 is an integer, 7 is an integer, if we will multiply 3 into 7, what I will get? 21. Okay? Commutative property. So here I take 3 is the first number, 7 is the second number. If I will opposite, if I will make 7 the first number and 3 the second number, what will I get? 7 into 3, 21. In the both cases, the result is 21. So here I can write 3 into 7 is equal to 7 into 3. Okay. So here I can say, if under commutative property, if a and b are two integers, then a cross b is equal to b cross a. Okay, and this is known as the commutative property. Then next come to the next property, that is associative property. Associative property. Under associative property under multiplication. Okay, let's see for 3 number. This is for 3 number. Let's take the first number as 2, the second number as 5, and the third number as 3. And here, if first upon I will multiply first and second number, and with this result I will multiply the third number. What I will get? 5 into 2 into 5, 10 into 3, that is 30. If in the second case, 2 into 5 into 3, the same 3 number, but I will change the trick. What is that? First I will multiply the second and third number, then with this result I will multiply 2. What I will get? 2 into 5 into 3, that is 15, 2 into 15, 30. In this both result I got the same number, same result. That's why we can say 2 into 5 into 3 is equal to 2 into 5 into 3. Okay, so here I can say for any 3 numbers or any 3 integers a, b, c, a cross b cross c is equal to a cross b cross c. This is the associative property. Okay. Okay, then comes to the next property, that is a very special property. Why? Because both addition and multiplication will be applied here. What is that? That is the very special property, that is distributive property. That is distributive property. By the name only we can know distributive. Distributive means distribution, means the distribution of number to solve the result, to solve the question, to distribute the number to solve the question is called the distributive rule. Let's see how it is. So if I'll take 2 multiplied with 5 plus 3, okay, what will be the result? 2 multiplied with 5 plus 3, that is 2 multiplied with, in bracket, 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. 2 into 8, 16. Okay, to the same case, I will apply the another trick. What is that? I will distribute these two. Here 2 is 1 and the 5 plus 3 is the another. Here I will distribute this all. How I will distribute? Look at here. 2 into 5 plus 3. I will distribute it as like this. First upon, this is the first number 2, this is second number 5, this is third number 3. First upon, what I will do? I will multiply the first number with the second number. Then I will multiply first number with the third number. Then I will add both this. First I will multiply first number with the second number. What is this? 2 into 5. Then one plus is here. If there is plus, we have to put the plus. If here is minus, you have to put here minus. Then the first number will be multiplied with the third number. That is 2 into 3. This property or this rule is known as distributive property. This property is known as distributive property. How like this? We can say for any three numbers, for any three numbers A, B and C, we can write A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. In the algebra, we can write AB plus C is equal to AB plus AC. This is called the distributive property. Okay.